course, as long as you have for another purpose like staff, it's going to sometimes take time. Sometimes maybe you might come across issues. You may have to shut it down forcefully. But you so right now you see there is no Active Directory installed on the server. In a server, you need to do Alt Control Delete, and you're going to get stuck. So now I'm showing you how to log into a server. And what we are going to do now, we are going to convert this server into a management machine, meaning we're going to make it, give it Active Directory. We're going to install Active Directory on it, and then this server will become a management server for the other machines. So right now you see there is no Active Directory installed on the server. So if you go and open administrative tool, there's nothing in there. So we're going to click on Server Manager, and then again, if you want to confirm, you can click on Tools. There is no Active Directory right now. So to add an Active Directory, what do we need to do? We need to go to Manage, and then we will click on Add Roles and Features. And here we are going to click Next. And then we are going to basically add the Active Directory domain services in this server. So once you click on that, and you click on Add Features, and you click on Next, Next, and Next. Right now, again, you're not learning about servers right now, right? You're just trying to follow me because you want to add Active Directory. Later on, if you want to learn about server-related things, then you will need to understand what's going on over here. Here, we will then need to promote this server to a domain controller. This is a step that makes this an Active Directory domain controller. So here we will type a domain address. This means you need to know this: jobskillshare.org, .com, .local, yourname.org, .com, .local, anything will work in your lab. So once we do jobskillshare.org, we are going to click on Next here, and then it's going to basically ask for a password. Make sure to give it a good password. It does require a little strong password. Don't want to just give it a very weak password over here. All right, once that's done, click on Next, and then you're going to click on Next again, and then you're going to be asked to put a NetBIOS. Now, automatically, if you put a root domain pretty long, then it's going to have a long address or the name. I would like you to bring that down to something simple. For example, you see JobSkillshare and that number, and then now you want to bring it down to JSS. So let's just add JSS as initials. So we're going to click on Next, and that should be good to go. And then it will finish the whole domain controller setup, and then you're going to click Next, and it will do some basics. It will give you some summary, and then after that you want to click on Install and finish this off. Once it's fully installed, it's going to give you a message that it needs to get restarted, so it's going to go ahead and restart. And at this point, you have a domain controller running on your server. So you have an Active Directory in this server running for you to start managing other machines from this server. Now again, things can take time, so be patient and just give it its time. And now you see this is on domain. You see the JSS administrator account. So it's not on local account anymore. It has the new JSS account, administrator account for Active Directory. So let's go ahead and log in. And once you log in, I'm going to show you that it also has everything working now. So once the server manager is open, we will show you that there is Active Directory. And here on the left side, make sure to wait for this loading to finish. So now you see that ADDS is running. Go to Tools, and now you see Active Directory users and computers. So when we open it, our Active Directory is up and running. So you can see we have a JobSkillshare. So this is what we need to do. We need to now add help desk to the Active Directory. You see, if you go to computers, there is no computer that we're managing right now in this network, this virtual network that we have created with virtual machines, only domain controllers there. So the part to do that, we need to add a new account, which is called help desk. So now you're going to learn how to add an Active Directory user, but this account is going to be a help desk account with more rights. So we're just going to right click and add a new. So I'm just showing you multiple ways that how you can add a user. And now I'm going to add a help desk account here. And then we are going to give it a password. So let's just first add all the name, username, next. Make sure to uncheck the first box because it's going to make you change the password then. All right, so click next and finish. So now we're going to right click on it, go to properties, and we're going to go click on member of, and we need to make this an administrator account. And that's how in the companies you will have more rights. You're not going to be an admin, super admin, but in lab you should make yourself an admin. Now we're going to click on apply and OK. So this is something that a systems administrator or network engineer manages. Now we're going to go to the help desk machine, and our job is right now to add this machine to a domain. This could be an interview question, like how do you add a computer to a domain? So right now you have a normal machine, you open it up, whether it's a laptop, desktop, and you click on domain, access, work, or school. So sometimes you click on this way and you will click on connect, and then you will click on local domain connection, but sometimes this may not work. As you can see in my computer, it didn't work, or it was taking a long time. So I opted to another method. So this is the thing that as an IT professional, where am I learning all this stuff? You have to learn this from courses. You have to learn techniques from different type of courses. None of this stuff, people will not go through this tiny things with you. So let's go to systems. And here we are going to basically cancel this. And we're going to scroll down. We will click on advanced system settings. And we will basically click on computer name, and we will click on change. And that's where the domain is there. So we need to add a domain. So what is our domain name that we have created? jobskillshare.org. So now we get an error. Now the reason you're getting this error because this is a virtual environment, virtual lab, and not everything is automatically done for you. Usually this is something that a lot of sysadmins or network engineer will already configure in the network. You don't have to worry about this type of learning. So how do you fix it? You go back to the domain controller that you have created. You're going to go and open CMD, the command line, and you will type ipconfig /all. So note down the IP address of this domain controller. What is that? 192.168.1.66. So we need to go back to the help desk machine, and we're going to go back to its networking adapter. We're going to click on change adapter option. And then we will open the Ethernet, right click on it, and go to properties. Now we will select IPv4 properties, and then we will click on the DNS settings. And we need to type that same IP address of that domain controller and point this machine towards that domain controller DNS. Remember that server that you just installed does have a DNS. So it is going to need to control that machine. So we need to point this machine now towards that domain controller. So if we go back right now, you have to close the box that's already open with the error, just in case you're also seeing the same screen where like you're clicking things and that something is not happening. That's because you have a box open behind that window, white window. So I'm going to close this one. And now we're going to click OK. So you see now it went out and said like, hey, I am trying to connect to you. And yeah, okay, I'm a DNS, I'm a domain controller, I have Active Directory. What is the username and password that's authorized to do that? Help desk. Yeah, we created that account, right? So now you use that. It says welcome to the domain. So now you have added this machine to that Active Directory, to that domain controller, and now that domain controller can manage this machine. And you can confirm it going back to the computers and just refresh the Active Directory, and you will see the connected machine now. So this kind of confirms it, that you can manage this machine. And now we have users. Under users, help desk is the one that we have used. So this means everything is working from a domain connection point of view. All right, and see other users are added with the domain now. Before that was not there, so now it's added, and you can use any account that you add in Active Directory and log in, and that's how you practice. After this, of course, you can follow your courses and kind of learn whatever you can from the Active Directory. So after this, you should go back to the VirtualBox and configure the staff machine that you have created from scratch, just like how you created the help desk. And the point of making another machine is to kind of learn about Active Directory now, add more users to it, and just normal users, don't make them an admin, log them in, try to understand how the policy works. You can learn so many things in this type of setup now that I just created, like as I said, new account, and I can log this user into the new machine. So this way you would have multiple machines to try out different scenarios. If you don't have a second machine, you don't have the resources, then you should just stick to the one machine and try to log in with these users on the same machine. You see, you can open group policies as well, as I'm showing you right now, and you can learn about group policies and other advanced things from YouTube videos, courses, or lectures or sections that you're going through. And when you see something like this, you can come over here and practice it just like how you would see in the training. Everything is the same. It's just that sometimes they use different materials or different resources like VMware or some sort of different type of applications. But once you're in the system, it's all the same. Now I'm going to show you how we provide these same type of labs on a web. Of course, it's paid, and when you go to jobskillshare.org, you will need an account, especially a premium account, because it comes with all the labs. When you click and a very low memory with it and everything,